Meet Victoria Knox, American arms dealer. Catch her, Agent 83, and bring her in. Come in if you hear me.
In the back of my head, oh, I can feel your breath, smell your sin, but I can't hold you.
Oh, are they fighting over Roger?
Guys, Cuff her. Agent 83.
Hi, I'm Megan. No, don't touch me till I've seen your papers.
I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan.
Hey, did you say Regina?
Give it some time. He so gets me.
I'm explaining a film from 2015 titled Barely Lethal. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy the content. The film begins with showing a school with special facilities. The students are practicing self-defense, shooting, and also qualified driving techniques. Then there's Hardman, the facility's director, who will teach these applicants from toddler to adult. He taught these youngsters how to murder precisely using a doll, but one kid refused to do so, instead cradling the doll as if she were playing with dolls like the other children. Hardman was enraged by the child's actions, so he approached and grabbed the toy. This lovely youngster called Megan promptly pushed the doll's head till it cracked. She is Agent 83, and the young lady next to her is Heather, or Agent 84. They have been rivals since childhood. Even though Megan looks gentle, she is actually proficient in various skills, such as using weapons. This amazed Hardman. He considered Megan to be a valuable asset, plus she was good at martial arts. One day Megan fought her friend who was called by Agent 84 earlier. Heather has always been envious of Megan from a long time ago because she always loses in anything. Until one day Megan went on a murder mission, and it is indicated here that she was in Moscow, dressed as a young girl in general so that she was not detected, until she got out of the train and securely retrieved the luggage. She traveled to Berlin after completing her duty in Moscow. Megan encountered a side of youth that she had never seen before in the German metropolis. When Megan was on a mission in Shanghai, she spent her leisure time watching teen love films because she was curious about the lives of teenagers. She spent the night watching a lot of movies that sometimes made her laugh to herself. Like most teenagers her age, she also had time to absorb these films. She could only say in her heart that she really wanted to make love to a man like the one in the film. When Megan returns to the training facility, Hardman gives them a lecture on catching a hazardous agent named Victoria. Hardman once again trusted Megan to carry out this assignment, which made Agent 84 even more envious. At the same time, Hardman noticed Megan reading a youth magazine, so he grabbed it and told her to concentrate on her goal. The action shifts to Chechnya, where she poses as an agent who has been apprehended by Victoria. They also had a fight, but in the end Megan managed to paralyze Victoria by tying her to a rope attached to the plane. Megan, whose position was under Victoria, got herself shot so she fell into the river. Victoria was caught, but unfortunately Megan was left behind because she fell into the river. She could have been saved by picking her up again, but instead she chose to walk alone. In order not to be tracked, Megan threw away her wristwatch which had her GPS on it. Meanwhile Hardman, who did not know Megan's true condition, finally concluded that she had died. Megan considered starting her new life, a typical existence she had seen in movies and in real life. She eventually enrolled in a student exchange study program with another school, claiming to be Megan from Canada. Then she picked the Larson family to be her adoptive parents. She eventually landed in Newton, America. She met a mother and her 2 children, and it was later revealed that the woman had divorced her husband. In contrast to her daughter, who appeared chilly and uninterested in her, this mother and son embraced her warmly. Arriving at the family home, Megan was very happy because she was welcomed so well. At dinner, the mother asks her daughter Liz to behave with Megan. But Liz, who stubbornly refused, actually Megan didn't mind it because she understood that it's not easy for someone to accept the presence of strangers in the house. Megan seems very excited to start her new life. she's learning to put on makeup, which is a bit strange. Megan drew unexpected attention at school because of the manner she applied her makeup. It turned out that her appearance was too much for a teenager her age. When Liz noticed this, she approached her and provided her a change of clothing for a time. Liz simply left her because she was furious and ashamed. Megan's school hosted an art performance one day, and she was introduced to the other students as an exchange student. Megan met a boy called Roger before going on stage. He was one of his very first classmates at this institution. When Megan was on stage, she got cheers from her friends. Like a new child, Megan gets a little prank and also bad treatment by other students. Finally, a band vocalist came in and fascinated her. This vocalist was named Cash and had a beautiful voice. It seems she is starting to fall in love with Cash, just like in the movie story she has watched. Perhaps Megan believed that because she usually watched movies, everyone who approached her would make fun of her. Megan sat down right away as she entered class and noticed an empty seat next to Roger. It seems Megan was in the same class as Cash, and it just so happened that there was group work that day, and the teacher would also pair students to perform the task. Megan convinces Cash to join her group so that he may be closer to the boy of her dreams, but this makes the others envious. The girls who were jealous then approached Megan saying that she could have approached Cash knowing what he liked. They told her that Cash liked girls who were passionate and cheerful, therefore the girls suggested Megan to volunteer as the school mascot. Megan simply accepted their suggestion, and she instantly demonstrated to the examiners that she was a girl who deserved to be the school mascot, despite the fact that she looked terrible in it. During a school parade in which Megan served as the mascot, a group of persons clad in black emerged from a vehicle. Megan battled it, suspecting it was the folks from where she had previously trained. It turned out that Megan was wrong, they were indeed people from the school who used to prank the new mascot. Obviously she became the object of ridicule by her school friends. They also recorded it and then spread it on social media so that it made her very embarrassed. When Roger noticed Megan fleeing, he pursued her and calmed her down. She was angry when he returned home since her life as a teenager at school was not as idyllic as she had seen in the movies. Apparently the incident the other day went viral enough to make Megan the headlines. Megan then realized that she actually shouldn't go viral. If that happened, sooner or later her assassin school would find out. Aside from the viral footage, it appears that Cash considers Megan to be strong and brave throughout the struggle that day. Cash adored her because, in addition to being attractive, she seemed to be a tough girl. Cash then drove her to the band practice location, and when she arrived, Roger grabbed her from behind, prompting her to respond and beat him. Megan apologized after discovering it was Roger, and they finally got to talk. Cash walked in and immediately began playing a tune devoted to Megan, while Roger kept a close eye on the two of them. On the way home, it seems that Megan was being followed by a secret agent at her former school. Megan was drugged and put in a car. Megan meets Hardman again. He is disappointed by her attitude that just left. Megan is then injected with something called the honesty shot, which has serum in it for people to tell the truth. After the injections worked, Megan said that she just wanted to live a normal life like a girl her age. She no longer wishes to be a serial murderer. Instead, she wishes to be seen as a regular human being like the rest of us. Hardman, who witnessed this, couldn't understand that a strong girl like Megan could melt and cry. When Hardman realized this, he let her free and returned her to her adoptive parents' residence. Megan took the school bus to school, and she was surprised to see Hardman driving the vehicle. He urged Megan to rejoin his agency, explaining that Victoria had escaped and that he required her assistance in apprehending her. Hardman said that this was the final negotiation. If Megan refused and really wanted to leave the agency, then there would be no second chance for her. But Megan was already comfortable with her new life, so she decided to leave the agency for good. Megan then went with Liz. Apparently a car was following her from behind. Then someone from the car shot at her. Megan then swapped seats with Liz, so now she was driving. A chase ensued between them. That's when Megan confessed to Liz that she was not an ordinary girl. She explained that she came from an assassin school, where she was trained to kill and other dangerous jobs. Megan then flees by faking her death for the simple reason that she wants to live her life as a teenage girl her age as well as an ordinary human being. Then she joined the student exchange program till she met Liz's joyful family, and she really wanted to be a part of that happy family. Liz didn't trust all Megan said at first, but once the automobile kept after her, Liz did. Megan was forced to crash into the automobile, but when she approached it, she saw that it was empty, leaving no clues. Liz was hospitalized due to her injuries. Megan asked Hardman about the events that had just happened. She questions why Agent 84 attacked her. Wasn't she sent just to spy on her, not to attack her? Hardman said that Agent 84 had left and was no longer with him. She had been recruited by Victoria to strengthen her team. Megan decides to leave so that Liz's family won't be hurt anymore. Liz holds her down and asks her to calm down. Megan felt that her life was only filled with problems. She was wrong about the life she saw in the movies. Megan arrived to the hospital after calming down to visit Liz. Evidently, Liz's close friends were already there with her. Megan could only smile when she caught them making love. Liz has healed and is now able to return home. The next day, they planned a party. Their connection is no longer that of mother and daughter, but of sisters. They talked about a variety of topics till late at night. The night of the party arrived. They prepared themselves. Megan and Liz looked stunning in their makeup, and their boyfriends were waiting for them. Cash was handsome, but that wasn't all she was looking for. Cash often doesn't relate to Megan's jokes, so misunderstandings often arise. Then Megan left him, saw Roger on the opposite side, and approached him. Megan also acknowledged her affections for him, saying she liked him a lot. Similarly, when Roger expresses similar thoughts to Megan, Agent 84 comes and reveals that she is Roger's partner. Megan is understandably stunned and enraged, as Liz looks on from distance. Liz tried to calm her down, but Megan, who was already agitated, flung her high heels at Agent 84, and a fight ensued.
Oh, are they fighting over Roger?
We all know how it is when girls fight. It must be very exciting. But wait a minute. This is not just any girl, because they are reliable agents. The way they fight is very professional. Until one scene where Megan is about to be stabbed with a knife by Agent 84, Liz suddenly appears and manages to injure Agent 84. They were able to escape and return home, but when they arrived, they discovered that someone had intruded, and it was Victoria who was keeping Liz's family captive. Everything was exposed at this point. Victoria is a senior agent coded as Agent 01. She claims to have the exact same personality as Megan, yearning to get out of assassin school and live a regular life. She wanted to recruit Megan since they were so similar, but Megan rejected because she witnessed her family being treated so severely. A fight ensued between them again. Megan almost lost because Victoria was so tough. In the midst of the exciting fight, suddenly a group of people entered. It turned out to be Hardman's men trying to save Megan and her family. Victoria was overpowered and recaptured, while Megan and her family survived. Megan didn't expect Hardman to come to her rescue, so she approached him and hugged him fiercely. Hardman clearly adores Megan as if she were his daughter, as he smiles and invites Megan and Liz back to the celebration. Megan couldn't find Roger when they arrived. Then, using Hardman's aircraft, Megan searches for Roger and informs him about her affections for him. He, like Roger, stated that he fell in love with Megan the first time he met her. They kissed and hugged passionately before Megan requested him to accompany her by helicopter. While Liz and her boyfriend were waiting in the helicopter, they left with a happy heart, along with the end of this film. That's all the recap. Don't forget to give a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support would be appreciated. I hope to see you next time.